The Fresno Focus Radio Hour. This is the No Focus Radio Hour. Comedy and insight from the greatest minds in Fresno. A Lightomine Media production. That's right, this is the No Focus Radio Hour, the #1 independent podcast in the Central Valley. Thank you for listening, and thank you for telling a friend. The No Focus Radio Hour is available everywhere podcasts can be found, including YouTube, Rumble eventually, and your home smart speakers. Remember to subscribe and leave a review. It helps others discover our show. And while you are reviewing, keep in mind that 5 stars is the correct number of stars. If you enjoy our show, please share it with your friends. But if you hate it, share it with your enemies. Check out our site, nofocusradio.com. There you can get exclusive content. You can vote on Don's polls. You can do a whole bunch of stuff. Find us on social media. Our handle is at nofocusradio. You can find the rest of our stuff at lightominemedia.com.
Now, just what I got to do. Gonna hit this ground running to my favorite podcast.
What podcast is it?
Hit the ground running to the No Focus podcast.
In Fresno. Woo! That's right. This is the No Focus Radio Hour, the #1 independent podcast in the Central Valley. It's made for those who live in the Central Valley, for those who miss the Central Valley, those who long to live in the Central Valley, and for those who
enjoy wearing adult diapers and nothing else in the Central Valley.
Oh, we are wearing our adult diapers.
Of course, we don't have time to pee.
I want to be at that party.
As always, we have our beautiful cast of characters. We are, we're one up. We're one up from last week.
One up and one down.
One down. So we got 3 people.
Sounds like a good evening.
That's right. But we have with us, as always, Eric the Doorman.
Hey, you know, I had something really, really cool to say, and I totally forgot it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was cool though, guys. I swear.
Man. You know
I promise. What?
I remember. It was cool.
Okay,
I can feel it.
you remember it.
Feeling.
Yeah, you had a feeling. All right.
Cool,
Thanks for backing me up on that.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Had a good feeling about that.
Yeah.
We also have with us Marty Stupidasso.
You know, I've been learning about old toys. Remember the toys of the year and stuff like that, like Teddy Ruxpin.
Oh, yeah,
I learned about Tickle Me Elmo.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they always gave Tickle Me Elmo before he left the factory was 2 testicles.
Really?
Yeah, 2
Nice.
testicles. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, again. Time out.
Hold on.
Say it again.
2 testicles.
Hey, there we go. I got to get quicker on those.
Yeah.
You know what? That is a good joke.
That's
I like
a good
that.
one.
2 testicles.
Clean joke.
Yeah.
And behind the board, we have our one and our only Johnny Knobs.
Hey, everybody. How's it going out there?
Okay, Johnny.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking to, I was actually at the zoo the other day. I was talking to some elephants and rhinos. I'm like Dr. Doolittle, yeah. And they were saying to me in their, native language, how did, there you go, how did Johnny get his...
I can't do it anymore.
That's exactly what he said. And translate. There you go. Yeah.
You're more African.
Cuckoo. And then, so translating that means, how did Johnny get his name?
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? I'll ask him when I get back to the show.
You know what? I'm not only going to tell you how.
Okay.
This is a poem about how Johnny Knobs
Ooh, poem.
got his name. Johnny Knobs, a man of fame, got his name for a reason. It's plain. They say he was a lockpick master, could open any door faster. He'd twist and he'd turn with a simple flick of the wrist. He'd learn to open doors with such ease, leaving all who saw in disbelief and peace. And so it was that he got his name, Johnny Knobs, the lock-picking fame. He'd go down in history with a moniker so grand, and all because of his skillful hand. So if you're ever locked out, don't you fear. Just call on Johnny Knobs. He's always near. For he'll open any door with a smile and a nod. And you'll see why he's the best and why he's called Johnny Knobs.
Wow.
So if you ever need to get in, you just got to call. Call him like it says.
I'm
just
seeing
call on Johnny Knobs. He's always near.
Now, did you write that?
When you call, no. When you call, and you call really loud, you gotta be careful. You don't want to call too loud because I'll shut you up. I'll say, I'll turn you down because I control the volume.
I was wondering how you're going to tie that in. Sorry, I stepped on it. You know, because I was like, I keep seeing a theme here now with this locks and doorknobs.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know,
So you didn't write this. Where did this come from?
This came, I want to give away all my secrets.
Okay, you don't have to give it away. You don't have to give it away.
This came from ChatGPT. That's right. That's right.
ChatGPT.
It's my new thing. Every time we just kind of do a new one.
Doesn't Chat know that you control the volume?
You know what's
funny? You have nothing to do with knobs.
They always, let's do this. Let's do one more time. Write a poem about how Johnny
Knobs
controls
volume.
The crime.
Oh, the VOWC. I said the VOWC. John
He controls the who to what.
How do you stop it from telling to me controls the VOWC in his every hour is what it says.
What?
They don't know.
You just melted it down.
Yeah, I just broke Chat GPT.
You broke it. Sorry, Bill.
Anyways,
sorry, Bill Gates.
We'll do that next time. We'll see what it has to
Isn't that a
say.
Microsoft product?
A Chat GPT?
Yeah, isn't he involved in it?
They invested a lot into it. Yeah.
To ruin the lives of everybody around them.
Yeah. Pretty interesting. Anyways. Johnny Knobs, a man with a gift, could control the volume with just a lift. The turn of his hand, the sound would rise, and the music would fill the air, to everyone's surprise. He was the master of the volume knob, could make the sound soar high or drop, and all who heard would stand in awe as Johnny Knobs controlled the volume they adored. From soft whispers to loud rock, he could make the music sound like it was in a mock. And the crowd would cheer as the sound filled the space, thanks to Johnny Knobs, who controlled the volume with grace. So if you're ever at a concert or a show and the sound just doesn't seem to flow, just call on Johnny Knobs, and he'll fix it right, and the music will sound better in the night.
Sounds dirty.
Yeah, there you go.
I like it. That's good. That was good.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I thought we were going Dr. Seuss for a minute there.
Yeah,
It kind of
that's
sounded
not bad.
but not bad.
Anyways, guys, there's big
Yes.
news. I heard there's big news. I heard there's big news in the world of sports.
What?
So let's go to Don Schlitz.
Let's.
He's not
he's
here.
not here.
All right,
Uh-oh.
let's go to his brother, Johnny Knobs. Johnny, what do you know about football? Not much, guys. But I do know this. Yeah.
What was the question is going to be?
Yeah.
Does Johnny Knobs know who's in the Super Bowl?
Who's in the Super Bowl? Johnny?
Who's in the Super Bowl? Who played this last weekend and who's in the Super Bowl?
If I had a guess.
Yes. Now, this is
Chiefs-
football.
The Chiefs. That's a team.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
You're
Is
on.
that pretty good? Actually, are they in it?
You're on the sniff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the Chiefs versus
You're talking about Super Bowl. This is the Super Bowl.
the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Okay.
The
Chiefs.
Chiefs. I think I've heard
versus-
that around recently. Maybe the
And the Chiefs are from.
Cincinnati. Is
Okay.
Reservation.
that right? Cincinnati Chiefs.
Okay. We'll tell if you're right or wrong. Okay.
Buffalo. The
Buffalo
Chiefs
Wings.
versus the Buffalo Bills.
The Buffalo Wings.
How's that for a guess? Is it pretty good?
Yeah.
Semi-close.
Partially close.
Yeah.
Really? How close am I? Are the Chiefs in the Super Bowl?
Chiefs are in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
I must have heard that somewhere.
They're
Okay.
from Kansas City.
They beat the
Kansas
Bengals.
City. Okay, so
They
I was
beat the
close.
Cincinnati
there you go.
Bengals.
Okay, so I
Joe
must have
Burrow
heard.
just couldn't.
I heard the Chiefs somewhere. Then
the quarterback even has a bad ankle, and he still beat the Bengals.
Really,
which was
man.
bad, yeah.
Bengals must really suck.
I don't. He always fakes injuries. I don't trust that
Probably.
guy. He's
Is
like
this,
limps around. He does the rope a dope on
This
him.
is Deion Sanders. You guys talking about?
Yeah, the quarterback.
Yeah, Deion
Sure.
Sanders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Emmett Smith.
Deion.
Troy Aikman.
Those
Joe
guys only
Montana.
played what
Who
20
knows?
years ago.
Grant
and
Tarkenton. Yeah.
versus who did you say?
Buffalo Bills.
The Buffalo Bills.
Oh, dang
Sorry.
it. Wisconsin.
Butterflies.
Yeah, the Wisconsin Butterflies.
Green Bay Packers.
No.
No.
They played the 49ers.
Oh, 40. I was going to say 49ers.
49ers lost.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Dolphins. They still a team?
Yeah, they're still a team. But
It
no.
is. I'll give you a hint. They're from the land of liberty, Liberty Bell. The Liberty Bell is there.
So City of Brotherly Love.
City of Brotherly Love.
Okay. I think
but not in a weird
That
way.
would be, yeah.
So we're talking about Philadelphia.
What?
Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Flyers.
Cheesesteaks.
The
Philly cheesesteaks.
The Philadelphia Flyers.
Kind of Flyers. They're the
Filberts.
Philadelphia
Eagles.
Yay, you got it. Good job.
You
Not
did it.
bad. Not
You
bad,
did
guys.
it.
I did it.
You did it!
Hey!
This really
Celebrate.
is
Do we have a
Super
crowd
Bowl.
celebrating?
Nobody
You know what we
cares
do
about.
have, though?
What? Oh, what do we got?
All right.
Another week.
Another win in
intense-
sports.
Intense
Sorry.
sports.
Let's
with
keep on our
Johnny
sports
Knobs.
theme, okay?
Sports
Let's
theme.
talk about a sports thing going on here in the Central Valley.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hit it, Johnny.
So we got a tip, a secret tip.
From a secret tip person.
From a tip person. Friend of the show,
Deep
Ryan.
Throat.
Friend of the show. And he let us know that there is some hockey going on at the Sound Arena.
Wow.
Wah, wah.
Wow.
Oh, we should get like a vuvuzela
What's
sound,
the hockey
right?
theme
Or a
song?
Zamboni driving across the
Horn.
ice.
Like here we go.
How's
Play
that?
play the same football theme. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It's hockey.
Oh, that's not a sound. I was
okay.
looking for a horn.
We could do the Don Schlicks polls one.
What is
Hockey
like a...
time. It's hockey time.
Is there like a horn? What does this sound like? A hockey sound?
That's what the goalie plays, right? You know, when they're going
I think that was,
towards the
that was
other
after
side.
they had a little bit of, food.
There you go.
Hockey at the Sound Arena.
Solid arena hockey sound.
So yeah, there's some
Yeah.
hockey coming to town here. We got I don't know exactly. It's actually all I.
So does that mean they
told.
didn't turn the Selland Arena into a homeless shelter?
Yeah, and I was told it's the Fresno Monsters coming up,
nice.
guys. We got Fresno Monsters versus the Bakersfield Roughnecks.
Whoa, that sounds like a tough game.
Come on, monsters.
Yeah, so get those tickets, and really, you do want to go because very soon that's going to be a homeless shelter. So you want to get your
They
tickets.
could probably play around the homeless. They could probably just skate around them and stuff,
homeless
right?
hockey is that we're going to get canceled?
The homeless hockey
Yeah.
game?
I don't know.
They wouldn't
these
be
people.
homeless
I'm
anymore,
here
probably.
against my
No,
will.
they would have a home at the Sound Arena.
Yes.
Can we call? Oh, we can actually. Speaking of that, later on here, we can check in some terms that we can't say that anymore.
Oh yes, that'll be good. That's
can't
definitely
say
going to get us
those
banned
words
from
anymore.
YouTube.
But we can't say them, so how could we tell people what they are?
Well, we'll have to tell them first, and then
That we can't say this.
and then we can't, and then we'll have to cancel ourselves.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not.
Well,
gonna be good.
YouTube's canceling us anyways. We're all in YouTube jail right now.
This
That's
is
that's
true.
why I
That's
was
a
gone.
badge of honor these days.
That's why I was gone
That's a badge of
past
honor.
couple of weeks. Is I was in YouTube jail because they
You
let
were?
you guys out and they kept me in there so you guys could podcast.
I think they liked you. That's why they kept you in there.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
They didn't like us. So hockey, back to hockey.
Yeah, hockey, the Sound Arena.
Yeah, the monsters. Hey.
Now, did they play last year? I don't remember if they played or not. Right?
I don't. It's a good question.
See, I don't remember them playing, but I don't know. But they used to be called the Falcons.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they changed the name to the Monsters. I actually like the Falcons. I miss the Falcons.
Me too. And the Monsters is like an 18 and younger team too. That's the other thing.
Is it really?
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of weird because when you go and see the Monsters, it's awkward because you get into the hockey spirit. I like watching hockey.
Yeah.
You get into this hockey spirit. You know, hockey, you're like angry and you're pounding on the stuff and you're like, you suck! Learn how to play! Your mother hates you! And then you
Yeah.
look down and they're like
Little kids.
15-year-old kids. And you're like,
my
oh my
Uh-oh.
gosh, this is...
Because the Falcons were actually, what was it, semi-professional, right? Or how would they be classified
Yeah,
back then?
they
They're like a
were,
semi-professional hocky team.
Yeah. Yeah. They're
Yeah.
pretty... So it was kind
Oh,
of...
man.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
kind of
real.
crazy.
I didn't
Fights
realize the
and
Monsters were that young, that the players
Yes.
were that young.
Yeah, they are not. They're young. They're youngins. So you got to be
up-and-comers.
careful. Yeah, it's kind of sad when you're shouting at those kids.
Yeah, we don't want to
Made a
shout
lot
at
of
the
little kids
kids.
cry. That's
Yeah, I don't wanna
so
make
mad.
Does everybody win in those games?
Nobody wins.
Nobody wins?
Nobody wins at those games.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's pretty
No one gets a
sad.
trophy.
It's pretty sad.
Oh.
Aw, look, our audience is sad. now.
Anyways, guys. Speaking
hey,
of
Speaking
sad
of hockey,
things,
yeah, let's talk
Speaking
about
of
some.
hockey, yeah.
Let's talk about some green energy.
Green energy. Is there such thing?
Yeah.
Not on this show.
Yay!
Oh, there we go. So this is a thing, right? Tell us this story. How do you? Oh, wow, guys, settle down.
Calm down. They're
please.
excited about this story here.
like how
Cal
quickly they
Matters
listen.
had a story about the environment. Well, if you scroll for a second, the environmentalists, what was the headline there? Environmentalists say Newsom's budget cuts could jeopardize the climate programs and electric car mandate. And I say, yay! Do that again. Let's hear that again. It could jeopardize the electric car mandate. Yay! Wow. And
you got them trained.
Yeah. So I guess, because he's...
Oh, goodness. All right, I'll stop. It's annoying. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I guess the environmentalists are pretty upset with Newsom here because, he has to slash billions of dollars from the budget.
I thought I thought last time I heard that we had so much extra money. Remember that?
Yeah.
We had so much extra money, he said.
And then and it's gone.
Just shocking.
It's gone. You know all those checks you got, all those extra money you got.
So shocked.
Because the gas prices were so low that he kept them so low for us, and energy prices too.
He really did that for us.
That he spent all the money. He spent all the money on that to help out.
To helping us.
The California.
Good man. Really is a good man.
Citizens. Yeah.
And he had to give Nancy Pelosi a blood transfusion.
I'm so glad you said blood transfusion.
Listen to this. He's facing a projected $22.5 billion deficit. Billion.
What?
There it is. So
holy smokes.
So he proposed to eliminate $6 billion in climate spending to his 23-24 budget. And the governor helped push. He pushed a $54 billion climate package. I'm sure we'd have to pay
$54 billion 5-year
billion. Geez.
Yeah. In last year's session. But now he had to cut it to 48. So it's not actually.
Oh my
50.
God,
That's 48.
So wait, everybody's freaking out that instead of spending $54 billion, we're spending $48 billion.
Yeah. How dare
God.
he? Well, because listen to this: $3.3 billion of that was proposed. For the clean transportation initiatives. And so there you go. That's why they were all upset. So I think he's going to try to offset, says Newsom hopes to offset those reductions with federal funds. But yeah, good luck on that. But anyway, so they're pretty upset with him. So I guess that could actually hurt his, when do we get rid of gas cars? By 35? Yeah, so I guess it could actually hurt that. So I don't know.
I also they want to ban diesel trucks.
Oh yeah, that's gonna go real well.
Which I think is funny because most big trucks are diesel trucks, and what they don't realize is that diesel is actually very fuel efficient. And so if you put just gas or other things in those big size trucks, you're going to be using a lot more energy. Thus, you're going to be polluting more.
Well, now, what would they retrofit the diesel to run gas? Are they just getting rid of diesel? Because diesel, I thought, was a byproduct of the gas refinement.
They don't have a plan. They just want results.
Plan.
They go, let's just do this. Oh, that's a great idea. They have no plan.
Right.
They just want to take action so they can move their feet really fast, like in the cartoons, and not go anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked they were spending 54, even 48 still. Billion on
That's
that.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Our tax dollar going to something that nobody wants. And it's not going to make a hill of difference because even if we cut down on all of our emissions, everyone else in the world is emitting carbon stuff and it's floating over to us.
It's so
one
dumb.
planet, So
Yeah. So anyway, I just thought it was an interesting story. Kind of good though in a way. I mean, I don't see how he's going to be able to get rid of cars. He'll be long gone anyway. By the time,
hopefully,
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Well, you had it. Well, no, I say that because you had a story about the energy. What do they call it? The energy storage facility they were putting in Morro Bay.
Yeah,
and
they're
you
trying to.
Yeah,
no one in Morro Bay. Well, very few people in Morro Bay want it because there's no reason to have it there. And lithium batteries, still a new technology, and sometimes they catch fire and. Well, the only reason they want to put it there, that power company, is because they own the land. So they go, we own the land. Let's just put it here, all these big batteries.
So it's a power company from Texas, and what they want to do is they want to take that old power plant that had the 3 stacks, right?
Yeah. And they
3 stacks in a rock.
Yank the stacks down because they got to come down eventually because they're going to become unstable, and the city doesn't want to deal with it.
They don't want to keep it as a landmark, so they want to get rid of the stacks. But anyway, they want to use that land for storage for power, right?
They want to put a bunch of lithium batteries there and store power from renewable resources like wind machines and solar panels and all that stuff, and feed it to the grid as needed.
And they just had a fire in Monterey. It was in Monterey County, right?
Yeah, and surprise, it was a stupid battery storage
at a Tesla. I think it was a Tesla battery facility. It wasn't storage facility. And they had to lock people down because of the environmental hazard of breathing the air.
That's right.
When the fire was going on, so everybody had to lock in place.
There's also a marine estuary there, and we'd kill a lot of marine mammals.
You're talking about in Morro Bay?
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of tourists. So what are they going to do? Like, can you imagine getting locked into House of Juju restaurant? That would be cool for
kind of cool. Yeah,
like 8, maybe 10 hours.
I would do that. Because especially after we heard that they have dairy-free clam chowder.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. I would definitely sit there. I'd eat clam chowder.
You ever had their sangrias?
No.
Oh, my God. You got to have one. They're fantastic.
Really?
Yeah. During the lockdown, we would go there and get them to go.
Oh, my God.
But what happens if you're like out there just using a public restroom? Like, citizens locked down immediately, so you're stuck in the public restroom for...
And also they have like the big siren still for Diablo Canyon. If something happens at Diablo Canyon, you hear this... Because every so often they'll test them and it freaks people out.
That's a good sound.
Yeah.
But they never, Diablo Canyon's never had a problem ever.
No, and that was built in the 60s, we read last week.
Well, we did talk about this last couple of podcasts where what's going to happen? They're going to,
No, go ahead.
No, we're talking about Diablo Canyon.
Right.
They're retrofitting it to try to make it last even longer.
Yeah, they
now.
have to. Because they have no alternative.
But we're talking about how it's going to end up probably breaking something. They're going to put too much on this old power plant, and then they're going to end up saying, "Oh, nuclear! We told you is dangerous," because they did it themselves.
It's just people always have long memories about stupid things. Like they're really reluctant to use hydrogen to fuel cars because the Hindenburg blew up and it had hydrogen.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
What's the difference between hydrogen and hydrogene? Is that the same thing?
It's like similar to silicon and silicone.
Oh,
Are you buying hydro jeans?
Yeah, they're wet.
You look great in them.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Really
I
highlight
can go in the
your
pool in
buttocks.
these.
No,
Yeah.
you can.
I can go swim. It's
Nice.
like a wetsuit.
I do. I want to see that.
Okay, whoa. This is
Stop.
getting off the rails real quick. Okay.
Yeah, but what is funny? There is a thing. Speaking of silicon and silicone.
Yes.
I didn't realize that for years that those were two different words and meant two different things for a very long time.
Silicon
and silicone. Yeah.
Silicone is what you use to like, so you put around grouts, like grout, you put it around.
Yeah, exactly. Silicone
tile.
is like grout and like
it's
breast augmentation.
It's an adhesive you put around your bathtub so it doesn't leak water.
And silicone is like a natural chemical element that we make like computer
silicon.
chips.
Yeah, it's like sand. It's sand essentially that you make chips and stuff out of. Yeah.
Isn't that just growing like for years? I just didn't understand that it was different. I just assumed that we use the same thing for all of it. I was like, wow, they make computer chips out of the stuff I put around my bathtub. It took me like too long.
Why am I wasting it around my
for
bathtub?
me to one day read it and go,
I can make a computer out of
this.
this.
Second, there's an E at the end of this one.
Then when you try to fix your computer with it, with that talking gun and stuff, it really screwed that up.
I was like, I can make my computer faster, guys. Oh, interesting.
Make all the connections closer.
What do we got next here? Well,
so also Don, he sent us a story. I thought this was interesting.
Going back to so if we're supposed to have vehicles, electric vehicles by what, 2035?
Yeah, this is a thing that a lot of people don't talk about. And this is here, a recent report from the Anderson Economic Group found that fueling costs from getting a mid-priced internal combustion engine, just a standard car, engine car, not
they call
electric,
it ICE,
an ICE car,
internal combustion engine,
is actually lower to fuel than similarly priced electric vehicles. Combustion drivers pay about $11.29 per 100 miles on the road.
Okay.
And EV drivers who charge up at home spend $11.60 per 100 miles.
Wow.
So it's more dramatic for those who charge up at stations, in which case you're paying $14.40 per 100 miles.
Wow. Holy cannoli.
Yeah. So they're just talking about how the electric prices going up and up and up and gas prices declining.
Wow.
Drivers of traditional ICE vehicles are saving quite a bit of money. So as they keep on pushing us to get more electric cars,
ICE, baby.
What's happening is electricity, as we talked last week.
Of course.
If you haven't listened to the story last week, I would definitely listen to it. Just keep in mind, everybody in Fresno, your energy costs are going to be...
they went up.
Take what they are now, multiply them by 1.5, and that's what your cost will be.
Well, what did we say? It was 49%. It went up, right? Is that what you said? Since like 2020, I think, or 2019. Yeah. And it's possibly going to go up by this September to another 36%.
But it's actually more than that because the way they do it, they stack it. Remember, it was like 4.5, and then 5.5 on top of that 4.5.
So it's not just 36. It'll probably work out to be close to another 49%.
It's closer to 50%. Yeah. So take what you're paid, your $600 PG&E bill from the summer, multiply that by 1.5, that's most likely going to be your bills. So, yeah, that's great.
Well, yeah. Well, see, here's the other thing, too. EVs, right now, at least, I don't think, they don't pay anything because they don't fill up on gas, so they don't pay anything to get these roads in order.
Right.
They don't pay any taxes to be on the roads.
Right.
They should drive on the sidewalk.
They will.
So they need to drive. Well, they're going to have a reckoning coming when.
Well, what the reckoning is going to be on all of us, though, because they're just going to include it into our electrical bills.
Well, true.
It. Yeah,
True.
or they're going to turn.
Well, it goes back. Listen, this is all back to the rabbit hole. It goes to the you will own nothing and like it. They don't want you driving. Period. They want to set up those 15-minute cities where you live. Everything you can do is within 15 minutes. And is that walking? 15 minutes, by the way.
What was it?
Do you remember that? The World Economic Forum. They want to do these global 15-minute cities where everything that you need to do, your food, your work, everything is within 15 minutes of your
walk.
home.
Yeah, because you're not going to have a car.
Yeah,
you can walk or bike.
4 Starbucks within 15 minutes of my house.
Yeah.
4 Starbucks.
Well, there you go. That's all you need. And so, yeah, that's all you need is Starbucks. That's it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so ultimately, you don't need a car. The car, people don't understand. It's not just about gas versus electric and everything. A car is kind of a symbol of freedom.
It's freedom, yes.
If you don't have a car, then you want to go to Disneyland, you want to go to the Grand Canyon. Well, you're gonna have to either arrange it or get permission from your government to take that trip.
Right.
Because what are you going to sleep in? Your car. What are you going to get away from your family in? Your car.
True.
So it's just you need a car.
Sounds like you're speaking from.
I need another car. I got driven here by my daughter. Felt like I was 12 years old going off for a play date.
Yeah.
That's great.
Anyway, but going back to this. So EV vehicles are actually, once again, we've talked about this many times, they are more expensive than an internal combustion engine.
Yes. Yeah.
And we're not even talking the lifetime damage it does here compared to an internal combustion engine car, correct?
Yeah, no, not even talking damage. We're just talking your average
to drive it.
Just to drive it. Your price.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
Crazy. I wonder. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway.
Yeah. So, anyways, guys, we're gonna take a quick little break here. We're just gonna we have an ad read, and then we'll be right back. Can't guarantee this is going to be good. It was written by an AI bot.
Uh-oh.
At Uncle Buddy's Eatery, there's food and fun in store. With dishes so delicious, you'll want more and more. The Buddy Burger is stacked up high with cheese and bacon. It'll make you sigh. Uncle's famous fried chicken will make your taste buds dance. It's so finger-licking good, you'll have to give it a chance. And don't forget about the sides. The Buddy Baked Beans will take you on a tasty ride. Ooh. So come on down, bring all your friends. Uncle Buddy's Eatery is where the food never ends. Our waiters will make you laugh and smile and keep your drinks topped off all the while. So don't be shy, give Uncle Buddy's a try. And don't regret it, not even a little guy.
Well, we're getting sued. Sorry, Uncle Buddy. Sorry.
Did you say dance? I was waiting for something about pants.
I don't know. That was really bad. Jeez Louise. We'll have probably a real ad from Uncle Buddy's here coming up. I think we have one on the next show. So apologize, everybody, for that. Yikes. Just thought I'd give that a shot.
I blame Bill Gates for that one.
Man, the AI, people say AI is taking over the world. It's really not that good when you do this sort of stuff, is it? This sort of creative stuff is pretty much garbage.
It's only as good as your input.
Yeah, it's not good.
You need more silicone cock in there.
There's no creativity. There's no creativity.
And we're back.
Yeah, we are back.
Hey, all right. Sorry about that.
That was an awkward
weird
commercial.
So weird commercial. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know why we even did that. It's time for some U.S. news. What do we got here?
Well, guess what? The California medical misinformation law was signed by Governor Newsom and is now blocked by a federal judge. Oh.
So what did the law say? What did the law say here?
Well, no, let's see. What is it? Assembly Bill 2098 states that sharing any false information regarding COVID-19, including potential risk, how to avoid it, and even treatments and vaccine information as it should be considered unprofessional conduct.
Oh, I see.
But there was a judge that said, no, it's unconstitutional. Sorry. way it's not going to happen. I thought this was pretty good.
Okay, what is the news source on that? I just want to clear ourselves from YouTube.
This was SJV Sun from SJV Sun.
You know, speaking of YouTube, when we got banned and I gave them, one of my things was every story we talked about, I have the news source.
And the show notes.
And the show I gave them.
Yeah.
Every news story, there's a source. I do not talk about things if there's not a source. And you know what? They said, doesn't matter.
Tough. We don't
and when
care.
they picked me up, they only tased me 3 times. I begged for more.
Were you like, don't tase me, bro?
Well, here's what Judge going back to this, Judge William Shub found that AB 2098 to be unconstitutional. It's in violation of the due process clause of the 14th Amendment in the United States Constitution. And he also made the point that, there's a lot of information that's changing rapidly because it's a brand new virus. So how can we how can we state that there's any medical misinformation when it's constantly changing?
Yeah, how much misinformation has people been accused of, and then they ended up being correct?
Yeah,
the vaccine, doesn't stop.
Another
the
tip in the Alex Jones jar.
Golly, I know.
Every time you got to put more money in the Alex Jones. Yeah.
I'm still wearing my medieval plague mask, though.
Well, and the big nose.
And here's the thing, too. Newsom now, he's striking out left and right. And this guy thinks he's going to run for president. He signed this bill into law.
You know what, though? It doesn't matter anymore. Other people who are worse than that have ran for president and won. Yeah. So,
can I name one right now?
I'll tell you what. I've never heard him say a complete sentence.
Hey, let's. You know what? Why don't you play? Do you have some of that?
I have a little sound clip here.
Let's see if anybody can figure out what president this is.
That's a good one. Let's guess the president.
The president
I like that. I like that. That's a fun game. Let me just get to my soundboard here.
All right, just hold on with this, folks, for just a minute. Get your ears tuned and ready, because this is going to be a tough one.
It is. It's very hard.
It's really, really tough. Yeah.
You figure they got recordings of presidents from Truman and Roosevelt.
Could this be FDR?
Yeah, for a long time. Yeah, we have presidents up all the way. So let's see.
This could be Washington for all we know.
Let's see if we can guess this here.
And by the way, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down, so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Whoa. Is it Santa Claus?
No, wait a minute. I think that almost is that Carter? Because that might have been Kennedy. That might have been Kennedy.
Yeah, it sounded like Kennedy.
Yeah, JFK. Ask not which country. It's kind of the same voice.
I remember Kennedy did have all that leg hair.
Yeah,
he had legs.
Yeah,
he
had some back hair.
Like Marilyn jumping on his lap.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. That might have been Woodrow Wilson. I'm not sure.
That's a good guess.
Sorry, Wilson. Wilson, I'm sorry.
I think so.
I'm sorry, Wilson.
Oh, that was amazing. So it was Woodrow Wilson, man. Who knows?
Yeah. That's interesting.
We should put up a poll. You should put up a Twitter poll. What president
said that? Tell you what, guys, if you're listening, shoot us a message at No Focus. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Which guess the president? That's pretty funny. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of, didn't you have a story here? What about the AI story there? What is that?
Which one was it?
This
one. Well, this is just some tech stuff in the headlines here.
Well, let's go to some tech stuff.
Here we go. So these are some creepy things. This is from CNET. It says these futuristic gadgets are the things of nightmares. So this is what from CES. You guys know CES, the Consumer Electronics Show?
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's actually not called the Consumer Electronics Show anymore. It's literally just called CES. Very strange.
Got it.
Couple of weird gadgets, and you can check this out on our show notes. Here is... I don't even understand what some of these are.
So we got a guy who has goggles on his eyes, but he's almost got like an Oculus. You know those games, Oculus game systems? But it's like it's on his mouth.
Yeah, it's almost like a feed bag for a horse.
Yeah, what does this thing do?
If I remember, let's take a look. I think this is called the, it's a next generation wearable. Here we go.
Okay.
You want to go hardcore into the metaverse? This is how you go hardcore into the metaverse. You want to play all night? You don't want folks to hear you? You're going to need this thing. It's a headset. It's a microphone. It's got body sensors. It's got hand controllers that do awesome things like let your hands free. What you're seeing here is a suite of products from a company called Shift All. They are looking at...
So
Hey, I'll tell you what this is.
Okay.
You wear the headset. The thing that's over his mouth, though, is like a muffle box. The idea is that way you can like be playing video games and be talking to your friends and be doing whatever without waking up people in your house.
See, my son would need a big one
genius.
because he literally screams to his friends.
Really?
Did you? That's why they invented it. Did you see him screaming at the beginning?
Yeah.
That was the point.
I don't know how many times
son needs that.
my wife had...
Yeah, it's pretty
Go
good.
hard.
It's not like he's saying goal like that guy
the
does.
muffler.
Goal! I don't know how many times my wife has come into the living room at night and saying, you woke me up again. That I should have had that.
They
That
say
is
it's
genius.
a soundproof
doing?
Bluetooth microphone.
I'm
that
playing
makes
video
it-
games.
Oh, okay.
That
What do you
makes it
play?
difficult for others to hear your voice, and at the same time, it makes it difficult for ambient noise to enter the microphone. CNET calls it looks like a eerie tech version of a mouth gag.
That it looks pretty gnarly.
There's another one called SkyTid, which has debuted a sound-absorbing mask to ensure privacy while you're in calls and like on an airplane and stuff. They say it absorbs 80% of the voice vibration, and that's just another sound-absorbing
It's a
mask.
sound muffling thing. Would your son wear it, you think?
I hope he would. I don't know. I doubt it.
You don't ever, but you play online games, or you did?
Yeah, but I don't do racist rants like my son does whenever he gets upset.
But
Says
I'm
the
talking
most
about
things that me and my wife are looking at each
you don't
other
yell?
like, did that come from our kid?
Yeah, you don't like like hey, talking to your friends or something. Hey, watch out, the guy's coming over.
I do sometimes whenever
Okay.
I play Fortnite and we win Victory
Do you ever wake your
Royale.
family up,
No.
or your family's all playing?
They're usually all playing, yeah.
So here's another one they have here. This is imagine a stationary bike with a desk attached to it. But the way that this bike works is as you pedal, you are generating electricity.
Okay.
And as you generate electricity, you earn, quote, merits, which
work?
help you pay for your daily needs, which is
What?
super scary because it reminds me of something like out of the future. Like you have to, just imagine in 15 years we have no electricity and they're like, everybody, you're not going to be able to buy things unless you earn your merits
Get
by
on your
generating
bike.
electricity.
Get
You little
on your
hamsters.
bike.
Get on your bike, a little hamster.
Yeah, I'd like to buy some milk.
But this
oh,
is-
you don't have enough merits. You
And
have to
this
go home
is-
and ride your bike.
And then
you
the
get
next thing is they
electricity.
plug into our spine like the Matrix, and they just have us in little pods and suck the energy off us.
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
Please.
that's actually, this is it. This is
This is very dystopian. It says in there is dystopian. It is. I mean, that is odd.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very personal sensors. What's that all about?
it's kind of one thing. Like I remember, parents have done that in the past where they have hooked up bikes to like generators, and if kids wanted to watch TV, you have to pedal the bike.
Yeah.
Right. Which I'm like, okay, that gives them
Fair.
exercise, right? But this is like taking it
They
way
also have
beyond.
sensors you put in the toilet to read your pee.
Yeah, this is from Withings, French company, and it's Nokia bought them for a while. They're on their own again. You put this in your toilet, and it will read your pee, and it will tell you about your nutrition, your kidney functions, and your menstrual cycles. So
Wow, because I don't know anything about my menstrual cycle.
you don't?
No.
You got to get one of these Withings
Yeah.
deals, man.
It'll tell you all about it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Big Tech is watching. What's that? Is it a dash cam? Oh, more
Yeah,
dash
so
cams?
because now Ring Cam is making their own car cam. It's $250. Which is, I guess, it's nice. There's a lot of cheap random ones. This is actually a nice one. But the problem is people forget, and I don't know, it depends on how, I don't know if it's a problem or not. It depends on your thoughts. Ring has a pretty good relationship with law enforcement. So law enforcement they have the right to pretty much
to hack it and
well,
watch
they say
what
when you get a Ring camera, and the quote is reserve the right to share any video footage with government.
Okay.
So regardless of user consent or if there's a warrant, because
Okay.
you don't own the footage. So just know that
That's
if
why
you
I don't have one.
If you put one of these in your car, they're like you have no privacy.
all they're gonna do is see me yelling at other drivers.
Right.
That's about it.
See me picking my nose.
And the thing about this Ring cam is there's two cameras. One points out and one points in towards your car.
Of course, so they want to get you too.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting. So those are a couple of the kind of creepy things.
I don't like it.
Coming out of CES, a lot of voice mufflers.
When are they they're gonna force you to have this Ring camera in your car at some point?
Oh, I guarantee you that those will be just built into cars
Yeah.
very soon. There's going to be no way that's not.
Well, they can already get your data, track you, like how fast you were driving, where you went.
Oh, yeah, I mean, your phone does. Here's the thing. We're always like, well, I don't want to put a camera in my car. I'm like, is your phone in your car? That's tracking how fast you're going.
Because that's how Google Maps knows where all the traffic jams are. Because that's where all the phones accumulate. So this one artist guy got a bunch of cell phones, put them in a little
I remember that.
Went to a bridge, so it looked like there was a big traffic jam on the bridge.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, people will screw with it. Yeah, people will screw with it.
There's ways to defeat it.
Yeah. Yep. If you want to like get to if you have like a really important meeting, let's say like in the Bay Area, right, and you need to get there quick and you can't deal with traffic, what you do is you send somebody ahead of you first with a bunch of cell phones, and you tell them to drop that bag of cell phones off like on the 152. So that it tells everybody to avoid the 152, and then you take the 152.
Genius.
That's what
nice.
you do. That's how you do it.
Nice.
Not that I've ever done it.
How many cell phones would that take?
About 50.
Yeah, 50. 50 cheap cell phones.
Burner phones.
Yeah,
you
burner phones. You want to come to this other one later? This story?
What, this other one? You want to do it now?
You want to do this one, or let's come back to it?
Let's do it right now, I guess.
Okay.
Well, we could probably have...
How much time? We only have 20 minutes. Let's do some local news, I think.
Let's do some local. Good, okay.
Some
Let's
more
do
local. Some more local news here.
Yeah, we'll finish that next.
We got some local news. We got a lot of good stuff here. Here, take this one.
All right.
Your rhino had a baby.
Can we have the music here?
Oh, yeah. Which it was the... This was it.
Ready? Hey! And in this corner, we have the one, the only, fighting for truth and justice and the Fresno way, Lisa Schmidtkamp. And in the other corner, we have Dick Gruesome.
Oh, put him up,
Yeah, so I guess our local DA here is fighting, going back and forth, doing some verbal jabs with... Governor Newsom.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, there she goes. Yes, get him. Ooh.
Ow, right in the throat.
Yes. Oh, down goes.
Right in the gruesome.
Down goes Newsom. Down goes Newsom.
Is that a legal hit in the gruesomes?
Yeah, so anyway, I guess they're going back and forth here. I guess, her thing was that she basically came out and said that the Governor Newsom and some of the legislators, because of this, I think it's AB 109, where they release all the inmates early. I'm not sure all the details on the AB 109, but apparently she said that they have blood on their hands because recently we've had a Selma, unfortunately, a very sad situation, a Selma police officer that got shot and killed by somebody who shouldn't have probably been out. So she said that, and then all of a sudden you have Newsom jabbing back.
Right.
Saying, take care of it yourself. You're the one that has the power. I thought, ooh, that's a little snipey, isn't it? Especially after he's the one that's signing off on all this legislation. Do you have a little bit of that? Let's hear that.
Yeah, here we go. Let's see if this plays here.
We're trying to pull up the audio here of
Gavin Gruesome.
Oh, it's not working. It's actually on a video.
Uh-oh. Well, if you go to the thing I posted up, it has a video where it says Newsom. The other one, let's see. Here? Yeah, no, the one you had right here. Click on that story, that one. There you go. And yeah, that one right there. If you click on that, it'll. Here we go. Get some of this audio here for you folks.
Mr. Governor, for the folks down in the Central Valley, the Selma police officer was just shot and killed. I know you released a statement on that today. Of course. I know the district attorney in Fresno County released a statement which she did not appear to be very pleased with. She blamed, I believe, AB 109, and it's commonly called as a prison.
Why does she blame herself?
I'm sorry?
She should blame herself. I've been listening to this for years from her. She has the prosecutorial discretion. Ask her what she did in terms of prosecuting that case. I'm sick and tired of being lectured by her on public safety. Sick and tired. So with all due respect to her statement, she should be ashamed of herself and she look in the mirror.
And follow up
Yeah, did you hear that?
That's kind of a stupid statement. So the guy was in jail and Gavin let him out.
Yeah.
And you
Well,
can't do
it's-
anything until he commits another crime.
It's this early. Here's what happened. It's an early release program, and what the AB09 has done is basically it's shifted. They want to lessen the population in the prisons.
Yeah, 'cause it's
so
expensive.
So what they do is then they force the local counties to take it in the jail system to take these prisoners, saying that they can have an early release.
Yeah, because he had a 5-year sentence. He
Yeah.
was released after 6 months.
6 months.
Oh,
and they say, okay, well, you can have an early release. But what happens is that then they overcrowd the jail system, and then the jail system has to release these guys. I mean, even the local offenders they can't hold.
because the jail system wasn't created.
It's
to hold
not
people
created for a long term.
Right.
But what they're trying to do is make the state system look good because they say, well, look, we have less now, so that when Newsom runs for president,
All right.
well, we have less prisoners in our state.
We did prison reform.
Yeah,
Right.
we got
Crime
prison reform.
stopped when he
so
was in charge.
they're playing politics, and it's costing people their lives, unfortunately. I mean, it's very serious. And
Oh, God, I hate that guy, man.
I do too,
Think-
man.
think-
It just,
well,
I was
you know what?
getting angry because I like Schmidt-Camp.
Here-
I met her
well,
several
here's the
times.
He's
other
a
thing.
piece of...
He is
She-
just trash.
She fired back and she said, you know what, why doesn't Newsom, in another article here from The Sun, she fired back and said, well, why doesn't Newsom come down here and talk to real DAs and not these fake ones that are just
Right.
going to tell him whatever he wants
Well,
to hear
also,
that don't deal.
think about the guys who were surrounding Newsom when he said that. One of them was that our guy was named Rob Bonta. What the hell?
Oh, yeah.
The guy who literally sent an email out to everybody in California saying, hey, everybody, guess what? We've now have this amazing new website where you can check all gun registration information. And then the next day sent another email saying, we're not sure how all your information leaked. Anybody who's ever had a gun, we now gave your address, where you live, and I'm like, oh, great. You don't know how that happened?
Well, here, I'll read this. It says right here, a statement from her. He's the biggest proponent of the early release of criminals and enhanced time credits for inmates, which the time credits lets them get out early if they, get all these credits. If they're pedaling their bicycles like we saw in the early right, pedaling those stationary bikes.
Electricity for the prison.
And regulations allowing additional accelerated time credits to be arbitrarily granted to inmates when they're sentenced to prison. So the DA, this is what she said, and she goes, she invited Newsom to her office to discuss his policies, saying that if he listened to real prosecutors instead of supporting imposter DAs, he might learn the true ramifications of his policies. And that's true because it is affecting all of us. It is affecting all of us.
Right. I love this. Assembly Bill 15 would make all these records pertaining to an inmate's release date and early release credits public record.
Yeah.
And the fact that the state doesn't want that
shows you something.
shows you something. Well, why not?
Yeah.
If you think it's such a good plan, why wouldn't you want to show it?
Yeah.
If it's so good.
Let's see all the work. Let's see all the receipts.
Right.
That's the new term everybody's saying.
Receipts.
Let's see all the receipts for all this great work that's happening, all this reform. Let's
Where
see
did
'em.
that's something I'd like to discuss at some point. Everybody started using that term, the receipts.
That
for
came
everything.
from what's his face, Crowder.
Yeah, we
Remember
started
he-
using that.
Yeah, he started saying, "I got the receipts."
Yeah,
remember?
but did it start with him though, or is he using
I don't. It probably
that?
didn't start with him, but he's made it popular.
Yeah,
now.
he's everybody's using it, right?
Receipts. I love it. Let's
It's
see the
fun.
receipts.
See the receipts.
I love it.
Everybody's using that now.
Yeah. So anyway, I hats off to Lisa Schmidt-Camp, our local DA here.
Yeah,
for
she's good, and she's good.
for standing up to this, standing up to Newsom, and actually trying to make a difference. Thank you.
Yeah, good. That's a good call. What else we got here? Okay, here's some other local news. The Project Survival's Cat Haven. We had Wendy DeBoss on the show from Project Survival a while ago.
I think you know her.
I know her. Yeah, she's. I've been up there a couple times.
Yeah.
I've been up there a couple
few
times, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Project Survival, great place in town. Something everybody should go check out. They, of course, are fighting to save lives and help struggling cat species to survive, animals in the wild and in captivity. So, definitely help them out. There is a competition going on mygivingcircle.org. And My Giving Circle is, if you can get in this category, they can give them $55,000 to 30 charities. So
cool.
The top 30, if you can help them out and get some votes there, the link is in the show notes. So check that out. That would be really, really good for them. I voted. You can vote once a week. So I'm voting.
Okay.
Get your votes in. Everybody, that could be really, really big for them. So check that out. So do that.
Because they always need help. I mean, it takes
Always.
a lot
It's
to run
expensive.
to
Yeah,
run
those cats aren't
that
cheap.
program.
Those cats are very, they eat a lot of food. A lot of food, and California is not a cheap place to do any of this stuff. There's also some new California, actually nationwide bills coming out that are saying things like that a lot of zoos are fighting. Sorry, excuse me. Jeez. Where one of the main things that Cat Haven does to help people learn about conservation is they call ambassador cats.
Okay.
Cats that were born in other zoos in captivity, for instance, who can't be ever let into the wild, but they train them and they're well trained, so they can go to places like schools and teach kids about
like the cheetah.
The cheetah.
Yeah.
This new bill that's being passed federally would stop that from all animal shows, like bird shows at zoos. All this stuff is going to be dead. Like bird shows are gone.
Why, they say because it's inhumane or something? Is that what they're
all
claiming?
All animal shows would be killed.
Oh
so there's a big fight for that. So which is taking a lot of money because every one of these zoos and Project Survival isn't a zoo; it's a conservation house, conservatory. But if they're all having to pay for lawyers, so all the money they do have is all getting sucked up by this stuff. So all help would be really appreciated, I am sure.
Definitely. That'll be in the show notes.
That's in the show notes. Go to the show notes. There's a link to vote in there, My Giving Circle. When you do vote, do know that it sends you an email that you have to click on to confirm your vote. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Check that out.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah.
Talk other little local news here. Yelp has recently rolled out their top 100 restaurants list.
Top 100 restaurants ever.
Top 100 restaurants.
On Yelp.
I don't know about ever, maybe.
But on Yelp, though. That's big.
2023, right? For 2023. Yeah. And we have a Valley Deli that actually made the list.
That's amazing.
Tell us.
The deli is Sam's Italian Deli and Market.
Wow.
Yep. It made number 68 on the list.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. And honoring it says here, honoring the family-owned deli and it's the only restaurant in the Central Valley to make it. So congratulations.
Yeah. And that's actually incredible.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Sam's is good. I enjoy
You guys have been to Sam's, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sam's is
it's a staple.
Class staple, yep.
Yeah.
What's your favorite there?
I like the meatball sandwich.
The meatball sandwich?
Yeah, their pastrami's good. What I like about Sam's personally, it's kind of, it's just this kind of whole.
It's right by Radio Park.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I like going into Sam's and, I don't know what I just clicked on. I like going into Sam's and just kind of going through the deli, usually making my own sandwich, telling them what I want on the sandwich. I also like their giant array of like weird sodas and things.
Yeah.
They always have fun sodas,
like
and
cherry
drinks.
wine soda.
Yeah, so
now they look like they're styled like a New York deli or something.
Yeah, it's
right?
like an old school. It's a really old
Yeah.
school. Well, actually, the New York delis are modeled after the Fresno Sam's deli.
Good
Yeah.
one.
They really ripped us off.
They saw what was good and said, "Hey, let's make it."
Yeah, so I would check that out. I'm a big fan of Sam's. All their sides, they're just great. You walk in, and it's in an interesting part of town because you wouldn't imagine when you walk into this old kind of brick building that inside is this really well put together deli with like a giant wall of wines. It's just not what you would think.
Now, where are they located at?
They're by, I don't know the streets. They're off of...
They're across from Radio Park. That's all I know. So you know where
First
Radio
Street.
Park is?
Their address is First Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on First...
First and Clinton.
And Clinton.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep, there it is. First and Clinton.
Yeah, I think we
Fresno
got
Art Museum,
we got some, like, they have like the best, was it macaroni salad or something? I think we got it one time for a party.
Yeah, they had
I
good
went
stuff.
down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know why they call it Radio Park, though, right?
No.
There's a big radio antenna there.
No, it's because Johnny Knobs, that's where
That's where he controls the
the volume.
Is that what the AI told you?
Yeah, but seriously, that's really cool. It's really cool, but it is interesting, though, that 100 restaurants in the United States.
Got national
and
recognition.
Sam's gets
and
it.
it's Sam's that's on the list. No other restaurant in town.
That's cool.
That
Good
is
for
very
them.
cool. Yeah, that's
for them.
very special.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
So good job, guys.
Yeah, check that out. And then if you ever
Check out Sam's.
Sam's is good. Then right next to there is a place called Jim's Chinese.
We don't know anything
I've
about
never
them.
been there, but I'll tell you
Never met
what.
Jim.
I don't know if I would trust Chinese food from a guy named Jim. I'm just telling you that. I'm not sure if it would be the
Probably has
best.
a hand of, big old Hulk Hogan mustache.
Yeah.
I'm Jim.
I just don't know.
Hey,
Hey,
come
here.
mullet. Yeah.
Get your Chinese food.
You guys want some chow mein?
Yeah.
Not sure.
Add
if
some
I'm,
good.
I got it on the barbecue back there. Hold on a second. Let me.
I had some good chicken the other day. My daughter brought it home to me. She went to this place called Chick In Bros.
Chick N Bros.
Chick in Bros.
Chick In Bros. And it's by Walmart on Shaw
Okay.
in Clovis.
Sean, like peach area or something like that.
And so she brought it home. Apparently you can get the chicken and you could have like insane hot sauce or hot pepper or whatever put on it. And so she brought home the habanero because she thought, okay, the habanero won't be that hot. Because, in our home, we'll do the hot wing challenge and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So she gave me the habanero, and I ate it, and it was hot, and it came up to its crescendo, its hottest point, and it didn't let off. It just maintained the hottest point for a good
Really?
20 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. Her boyfriend got the Carolina Reaper because he thought he was tough, because usually he's pretty good with hot sauce.
Yeah.
Was that habanero?
No, the Carolina Reaper.
No, but I
The
mean, is
one
it made with
was-
habanero peppers or what? What's
I
on
don't
that?
know. Is it Carolina Reaper peppers?
Is there an actual pepper?
Oh
called
yeah,
Carolina
they're like
Reaper?
hot. They're
Oh,
like
I
one of
didn't
the
know
hottest
that.
peppers.
Oh my gosh.
And so he got that, and it almost killed him because she got the video and she showed me the video of it, and he took a bite because he got in a sandwich, and he took a bite, and it was just got hotter and hotter, and he was
Oh yeah. You can
down
choose.
in the fetal position because he was not happy.
You can start with it. You can add a
I see it.
cayenne pepper,
Cayenne.
Yeah, they have-
habanero,
they have
Habanero
hot
is number
levels.
2.
ghost peppers,
Ghost 3.
Trinidad scorpion,
4,
or a Carolina
or the
Reaper.
5th.
and that's
Why
hot.
would they do that? Why? Who does that?
Hot sauces and hot things anywhere with a lot of spices on it is extremely popular because of the YouTube video with the hot wing challenge, and everybody wants to experience the hottest thing. And with this, they don't really use hot sauce. I don't know, they use some powder or something in it, but it does not it doesn't stop. It just keeps going. Because I can take, really hot sauce because I know you just got to wrap your mind around it's going to last, it's going to peak, and then it's going to drop off. With this stuff, it comes up, it peaks, and it just maintains.
God.
And it stays at a
For
super
days?
hot level. No, for like 20 minutes.
That's like bad for your heart. I
Bad,
think.
it's bad all
That's
around.
bad for
yeah.
everything, I think.
Yeah.
Your intestines are just going to fall out.
God. Yeah, that is not
They're going to
good.
run away screaming.
Now, can you
And I
get
just-
anything not hot?
Oh, yeah. You don't have to fire
Well,
it
check
up.
this out. They
Fire
got
it up
the
is separate.
some of the names. Oh, go ahead.
And
Sorry.
then the chicken, my daughter brought home the chicken strips.
Yeah.
Really good. Even they have like some sauces on it that aren't hot, but you could fire it up and add one of the hot sauce. And she only got
Wow.
number 2.
Which is
but,
the habanero?
Yeah, and with me in my mindset, I want to go there and I want to try the number 5, just to burn my face
You didn't
off.
try the number 5 Carolina Reaper with your...
No, because they were going to... Because they didn't finish their dinner. They had a bite, and that was about it. Then they brought the
Wow.
Carolina Reaper to my son-in-law. He took a bite, and it floored him. And then my daughter brought home the habanero.
You didn't wimp out, did you?
No, I didn't have access to the
Oh, you didn't
Carolina
have
Reaper.
access. Well, let me ask you this: what are the numbers here? Now, I don't get this. So they got for each
That's a
hot
heat level.
That's the heat level. That's
Yeah,
45. What is that? 45
Scoville units.
Scoville units.
Scoville
yeah.
units. Okay, yeah.
What's the
Wow.
Carolina Reaper at?
It has
It's
1.6
million.
Yeah.
million.
Yeah.
So if you've ever had like a habanero, so a cayenne pepper is 45,000. A habanero is
200.
pretty hot, right? That's a 200K, 200,000. And then Carolina is 1.6 million.
That's nuts.
That's not fun.
No.
No, it's a challenge.
So, but here's a question though, because I like chicken sandwiches. I've
Yeah.
heard about Chicken Bros. They had a food truck in San Francisco, the Bay Area. That's
Okay.
kind of how and then I guess they just opened a restaurant here. So, but is there just plain chicken sandwich good though?
Yeah, the chicken's good. Like the chicken strips, they were
Okay.
good.
Well,
They
we'll go back to the menu here for a
They
second.
weren't like the ones you get from some places where most of it's just like the over-fried breading.
Yeah.
It's really just like a good flaky white chicken.
They've got like an original. Okay, we're looking at the menu. Original chicken sandwich. They've got an Angry Bird, which you can fire up with your choice of hot. They got a Chick Norris. That sounds kind of fun.
Chick Norris.
Yeah, they got a Angry Bird Deluxe.
Oh.
And then a Nashville Fire one. So that you can
And
get
the
fries
they all have premium Mountainair Black Label beer battered fried chicken. They all have local honey. onions. The difference is like the blend of sauce. It looks like sauces and like if they have cabbage or onions.
Yeah, to come on a brioche bun.
Yeah, because
I want to try it.
They say that there's a lot of if you get anything with bread on it, there's a lot of fire on the bread. So a lot of the seasoning gets on the bread.
So yeah, but the fire is an actual seasoning, so it's not a sauce. You said
I don't know because what I got, it didn't really have a sauce.
Okay,
it had more of a seasoning, like a dry seasoning on it, but it was hot.
Wow, well, that looks good on Yelp.
That was only a 2.
Now, what counteracts the heat? Is it milk? Can you drink milk to counteract?
Yeah,
milk helps.
It helps. It doesn't cure it.
Yeah.
But the idea is that it washes all of the oils away because the fats, the lanolins and stuff inside
so
the
it goes
milk,
down into so the oils go down in your intestines and burn even more.
Yeah, so it burns coming out. So you got to eat ice cream. So when it's coming out, you could say, "Come on, ice cream! Come on, ice cream!"
Oh my gosh.
So
I don't know. I'm not I can't do that. I just can't eat just hot stuff and get my mouth on fire. That's not, I don't enjoy food like that.
We'll get the hot wing challenge sauces, have them sent to our house, and then we'll get together, cook hot wings, and then, do
put the sauces on them.
Put the sauces on them.
And would you guys have like a win? Winner gets a prize?
No, it's just if you survive it and do them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the idea is you want to do it without taking milk or water. Water is the worst because it just spreads the oils around.
Well, I was going to say, anytime I drink or eat anything hot and I drink water, it doesn't seem to help.
Because in the video of my daughter's boyfriend eating the Carolina Reaper chicken, he took water and he goes, "Oh my God, that made it so much worse."
Yeah, don't want water. Yeah.
No.
I think the best thing to do is you just drink a candle. That's really going to help coat your mouth.
I think the best thing to do is just avoid it.
Actually, it's a milkshake.
A milkshake.
That's what you want. It's a milkshake because it's cool and the milk
Oh,
moves the oils off your tongue.
I want to try them, just not the hot stuff.
Yeah, I'll skip the super hot.
I want to go there. I want to try the number 5, man. I just want to, kick it up to where I'm sad and unconscious.
I do like it. Guys, it's been fun. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for listening to the show.
Yeah, thanks, guys, for listening to us.
We do want to remind you all that we are at nofocusradio.com. There's a little area there you can buy us a coffee. We appreciate that. I understand this. I understand that people get subscription fatigue. There's a lot of subscriptions out there. You're paying for all these different things. You don't have to do that with us. You can just send $1, $2,
That's
$3, $4, $5, $6. How high can I count? $7. Anything helps.
30,
50,
$100.
$100.
If you got a $100 bill just laying around,
just send it our way.
Yeah, sure.
No, but seriously though, we do. We appreciate you guys listening, and thank you so much for tuning in. Tell your friends about us. We really, really enjoy having you here. Join our Discord server. Find it on nofocusradio.com.
Yeah, we're having a great time on Discord. It
is a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Marty's sending photos from his trips. I'm sending nudes. A lot of good stuff. Just kidding. That's not happening. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll talk to you next week. And as always, remember,
5 stars. Always the correct number of stars, folks.